Understanding your Stress Mastery Report. You recently took the Stress Mastery Questionnaire and received your Stress Mastery Report. Your report shows the results of how you answered the questions on the SMQ. Now you want to know, what do my scores mean? What can I learn from it? What does it tell me about my stress? How will this report help me? In this video, we'll show you how the Stress Mastery Report provides detailed information about how stress may be affecting you, the cause of your stress, and what to focus on right now. The report will help you gain a better understanding of stress, which is often shown in our behaviors, such as anger, our thoughts like worry, fear, and regret, what we say to others, our frustrations and anxieties, our feelings such as sadness and depression. The report shows how you responded to each of the questions and also provides you with stress risk scores from high to low on each of the 11 SMQ scales. Research shows the higher the score, the greater the stress risk. There's a lot of information in your Stress Mastery Report that is a reflection of you. So that you can get the most of your report, there are 5 steps to understanding and using your stress report. Step 1. Discover. The first step is to carefully review your risk scores on each of the 11 scales. How did you do? What scales did you score high on, and which ones were lower? The high risk scores are most important, but don't forget that low scores may mean strength. To get started, choose one scale on which to focus. This should be the one that is most problematic for you. Step 2. Go deeper. For that scale you just selected, go deeper and read each question for that scale. You'll see them in your Stress Mastery Report. Think about what each question means and why is it important. Then, for each question where you scored either 4 or 5, highlight, perhaps with a yellow marker, that question. Place a check mark next to those questions that are most problematic to you. Ask yourself, did I score this question honestly? What does this question mean to me? Does this reflect who I am right now? Is it a problem for me, my family, or coworkers? What can I do to change, to have less stress? As there are no right or wrong answers, you may change the way you answer the question at any time. Step 3. Repeat. Next, for each of the remaining 10 scales, look at the specific questions for each scale where you scored either 4 or 5. Then, as before, highlight and place a check mark next to those questions that are most important to you. Do this until all scales and their questions have been reviewed, highlighted, and checkmarked. Now, for each question you checkmarked, write down and make a list of those questions so you can refer to it later. These questions will form the basis on which to make the changes you want to make to master your stress. Step 4. Get another point of view. Sometimes others see how we handle stress differently than we do, so it's important to get a second opinion. Share your report with someone you know and trust, like your spouse, a family member, a good friend, or coworker. Ask them, do you agree or disagree with how I answered those questions? Chances are they may have a different and valuable point of view. Be open and receptive to feedback and use the feedback constructively in your quest to reduce and master stress. The last step is take action. You'll soon receive a copy of the Stress Mastery Guide and Workbook. This will be your roadmap to stress mastery as it explains each scale in greater detail and provides you with what to know and what to do if you scored high on any scale. In addition, you'll be able to complete an action plan for change at the very end. The guide and workbook will help provide you with tools, techniques, and solutions to keep stress at optimum levels. Armed with this information, you can begin to take action and apply what you've learned to master stress on a daily basis. Perhaps with the help from a coach or trainer, you can use the information from the Stress Mastery Report to map out a strategy for change. In the next series of videos, you'll learn about each of the 11 SMQ scales in greater detail, along with proven effective ways to reduce and master stress. So stay tuned. And don't just manage stress, learn to master it.